It's already broadcasting. Some issue with GoToMeeting today. Okay, so just check now again. I have now you can see everyone. Not it. Okay, now you can see, right? Okay, yeah. So invoice, it's a legal document. That means you can create an invoice, you can change it, you can cancel it. Okay, but you cannot delete an invoice. Okay, why? Because it's a legal. So whenever the department, the government department, they come for auditing. Okay, so they want to do some auditing. They check the books, and in the books, like the invoice, the sequence number would be there. So some number is missing, that means you are doing something wrong. So never you should delete some invoice. The number should not be deleted. It should be in the system, but it should be cancelled. That means an invoice, you can create it, you can correct it if any wrong, and you can cancel it, but never you can delete an invoice. Okay, so but say sometimes what happens, you might be facing some issues in the invoice. So customer says that you have sent me less quantity but you charged me more. Okay, or sometimes he says that you had done some mistake in the calculations on the grand total. So like this, you'll be getting a lot of things, issues when coming to the invoice. So at that time, as I told you, we cannot delete the invoice. You can only, what you can do, you can just correct it. Okay, so for that reason, SAP has given a process called as invoice correction request. So invoice correction request is used to make any corrections in the invoices, and the mistakes can be overcharged or undercharged. What would be the mistake generally in an invoice? Either you are undercharging a customer or overcharging a customer, or the grand total is different. Okay, so only these are the things which would be in the wrong way, because material is same. Material is same, but price might be you are charging high, low, something like this. So when you want to do those corrections, you can do that with the invoice correction request, and we can invoice correction request, you can do both the things. That is, you can deduct the amount from the customers, and you can add to the customers outstanding. You can do from the single sales document itself. So invoice correction request, it's created with a document type called as RK, and with reference to the original invoice, and you create a credit memo to the customer. Okay, so invoice correction request has some specialty in it. That is, see, generally when we create an order, that in the sales document, you'll be creating an order saying that line item 10, material, quantity, so and so, right? So when you try to create an invoice correction request document with original invoice, the same line item will be copied two times. Okay, so the same line item will be copied two times. The first one be always positive, second line item will be negative. That means when first line item is always disabled, you cannot change, you cannot edit, you cannot enter any value in the first line item. Anything you want to do, you can do it only in the second line item. So that means let me, okay, so say suppose 10 line item X material 100 quantity. The same line item again, 10 material X, 10 line item X material 100 quantity will be copied. First would be always positive and second would be always negative. And first is grayed out. You cannot change. Either you want to debit or you want to credit. You need to change the values only in the second line item, which is negative. Okay, you see here, one is credit item and one is debit item, it will be showing. So if you want to debit or credit, how you do that? If we increase the item value, then the value of the document will be going to the negative. That means the accounting document becomes reverse, that is revenue account determination, revenue account debit to customer account credit. At the same time, if we decrease the value of the document, then value will document value will be positive. And that is customer account debit to revenue account credit. So this is invoice correction request process. Next we'll be seeing rush order. Okay, before going to rush order, we'll first look into the cash sales, then we'll go to the rush order. Okay, so rush order and cash sales are the special business process. Okay, as I already told you, there is sales process and there is special sales process. So rush order and cash sales are special sales process. That means every company may not be having these two processes. And second thing, it's a kind of a special process from the standard usual business what generally companies do. Okay. Okay, I'll write it here. So first we'll look into the cash sales, then we'll look into the rush order. So cash sales is nothing but, say, what you see in the Big Bazaar or a Reliance store. Okay, you go to any of these, or you go to any mall. Okay, this is a cash sales. That means you walk into the store, you pick the goods from the counters, you go to the billing, you pay the cash along with the bill and along with the material, you just leave the store. That's what we do, right? When we go to the Big Bazaar or you go to any retail stores, that's what we do. Okay. So that's what the cash sales is. But what is the specialty in cash sales is, whenever you create an order in the cash sales, system automatically in the background creates delivery. Okay, system automatically creates a delivery in the background. See, the standard process, the standard SAP sales process, OTC order to cash OTC process is, first you create an order, then after you create delivery, then after you create uh, just a minute. Okay, then after you create invoice. That's the standard process. Generally what happens, that means system will not allow you to do a delivery without an order in the standard process. At the same time, system will not allow you to raise an invoice without a delivery. Okay, but in coming to the cash sales process, here we are not giving any invoice to the customers. Why? Because see, whenever if you notice when you go to the Big Bazaar or something, whatever they are handovering to you, it's called as a retail invoice. Okay, it's called as a retail invoice. So we cannot create a complete invoice at that time for one product what you buy or something. So what they do, they give you a bill. Bill is nothing but like a retail invoice. Okay, so the process is in a system. System. I'll explain here itself. You see here, the process is first, number one, cash sales. You can see here. And once you create an order in the SAP system, immediately in the background, delivery is created. Okay. And what happens once delivery is created, immediately they are handovering you the bill and you will be walking out the store, right? But in SAP, you cannot create an invoice if you don't do PGA. System will not allow you to raise an invoice without a PGA. Okay. So for the reason, what you will do, see, in general, what happens is, you might be seeing this example from the banks. Banks will be having operational hours, business hours, right? They'll say that working hours and business hours. Working hours means it can be from morning 10 o'clock to 6 o'clock. Business hours means 10:30 to 4 o'clock. That means where you can do the remittance and all the transactions. Okay. So even after 3:30 when the banks close, the bank employees will be still there in the banks up to 6 o'clock. Why? They need to tally all the credits, debits, remits and everything, right? So that's what they do. In the cash sales process also it's the same thing. That means in the retail store, if you notice in the Big Bazaar, the guys who is working in the front end who is taking your orders, if say their shift is finished at 5 o'clock, they will not be leaving immediately. They might be staying another half an hour, 1 hour. Why? Because what all the cash they have settled, then what all the cash they have collected in that day, so, right, from the transactions, they need to settle the amount. That means the orders what they have taken is equal to the amount what they need to settle, right? So first what happens is whenever you raise a bill, the cash will be under cash settlement account. Okay, so what they do generally after end of the day or whenever the counter is free, they do PGI. Okay, why? Because without PGI, system will not allow you to create an invoice. They do PGI. With reference to PGI, they create a invoice. So when you create invoice, then the accounting entry document is cash settlement account debit to. At that time, system will be settling the account to the revenue account. Until then, it will be only cash settlement account. So this employees has to settle that account, the cash what they received. Okay. So cash sales is, it's also called as a counter sales, and here customers what they do, they are one-time customers in general. Customers will walk into the outlets, pick the materials and go to the counter, pay the cash, take the bill and leave the counter. Okay. So very important, uh, in cash in cash sales, system will automatically create a delivery in the background, and system will not allow you to create invoice until the PGA. So whenever the counter is free or when after the working hours, they would be creating a invoice or and PGA and invoice. Okay. So what is controlling this? Okay, first let's also finish rush order. Okay, rush order is like it's not similar to cash sales, but rush order is something like this. See, but the control, the triggering factor is same for rush order and cash sale. If you see in rush order also, whenever you create an order, system automatically generates a delivery in the background. Okay, in the background, system generates a delivery automatically. So for rush order and cash sale, whenever you create an order, system automatically delivers a system automatically creates a delivery in the background. What is the control? That's nothing but shipping condition 10. Just remember as a shipping condition. Later you will know what is the shipping condition actually. Okay, shipping condition 10 is the control. Okay, if you remember shipping condition where we have seen this in the customer master shipping tab, as soon as possible, immediate, like that, right? So that is the shipping condition which is triggering this particular control, saying that once you create an order in the rush order and cash sale, in the back end there should be a delivery generated. Okay, but rush order is little different from the cash sale. Rush order is an immediate delivery. That means if sometimes your customer is asking for immediate delivery. Okay, so then you create rush order, but standard process, but delivery is created automatically immediately. Why? Because you want to deliver the product immediately. Rush order, delivery, you do PGA and invoice. Okay, so you can see the process. You create an order, then after you do a delivery, and then after you create invoice. So this is the flow of cash sales and rush order. So let's move on to other sales process, free of charge delivery. Free of charge delivery, as you know, if your company, that means your client want to give some samples to the customers. For that, generally they don't pay, right? You cannot ask customers for the samples what you delivered. So how do you do that? With a free of charge delivery. So sending goods or product samples to the customers without charging them. And system will not generate any accounting document in the free of charge delivery process. Why? Because this process is not relevant for billing. Okay, free of charge delivery is not relevant for billing. Why? Because you are not charging the customers. Okay, yeah, Madhuri, I could not understand your question. What is that? Only
The
difference.
only difference between cash, cash sales and rush order is shipping condition 10.
No,
Whenever they
it's
ask
not the
what is the
difference. It's the
difference
same.
between
It's the same control what it is controlling. Okay, but in the rush order you will be having a another field extra checking that is called as immediate delivery X. Apart from shipping
okay,
condition, apart from shipping condition in the VOV8, you will be having one more control called as immediate delivery, which is marked as X. Okay, for what is this? For rush order, it is marked as X. Along with 10, even you need to activate this. Okay, is that clear? Okay, anyway, we will discuss this when it comes to the document types in detail. When we go to the controls, we will again discuss this all things in detail. So subsequent, okay, yeah. Why it is not accounting entry? Why we don't have this? Why? Because we are not generating any invoice to the customers. Why? Because we are delivering free of cost to the customers. So but as I told you, in the exercise, you cannot transport the goods without a bill or invoice. So you will be raising a pro forma invoice, that is dummy invoice. Okay. That's the reason you don't have any effect on the accounting. The next is subsequent delivery free of charge. That means, see, we have seen one scenario earlier, that is returns. Customer is saying that 10 goods is damaged, right? When 10 goods is damaged, the customer earlier, he was asking to give my credit back. So you raised a credit memo and given his money back. But now suppose say customer is saying that I don't want my money back, please replace the goods. Okay. So you are doing the delivery. That means you are again sending this 10 quantity of goods to customer. What is this? This is nothing but subsequent delivery with reference to already an order or delivery which is already you created. Okay. So why? Because for this 10 goods which is damaged, customer will not pay you. Company has to bear it. So this is subsequent delivery free of charge. With reference to what you do with a written order. And there is a trick in subsequent delivery free of charge. Okay. So let's see what this process is all about. Whenever customers return the goods, we deduct the amount from the customer's outstanding by raising the credit memo in general. Okay. But if instead of deducting the amount, customer is saying that send me some good, replace the goods, that's fine with me. Okay. Then you have an option to do the subsequent delivery free of charge. And the process is you do SDF with reference to a written order, then after you do delivery and pro forma invoice. Why? Because pro forma invoice here, you are not raising any bill to the customer. You are sending these goods free of cost to the customers again, right? But when it comes to the SDF, system should allow only one. Okay, suppose say here 10 goods has been damaged. System should either allow SDF or either credit memo, not both, right? If it is both, customer is getting 10 goods along with the whatever the quantity. Suppose the 10 goods is costing 1 lakh, he's also getting 1 lakh. Both should not happen. If you do SDF, system should never allow you to do credit memo, or if you do credit memo, system should never allow you to do a SDF. Okay, only one. Both are not permitted. So how it's controlled? So whenever we create an SDF with reference to written order, the written order item should be first rejected. Okay, whenever you're creating an SDF, item should be rejected. Then only system will allow you to create a SDF. Okay, if the items are not rejected, then system will allow you to create credit memo. Once you create a credit memo, then again system will not allow you to reject the items. Okay, so if you mark written order items as rejected, then system will not allow you to create a credit memo. If user already created a written invoice, that is credit memo, then system will not allow you to create SDF. Why? Because system will not allow you to reject the items. Okay, so that's the trick here in the subsequent delivery free of charge. Then next, quantity contract. So I hope we already discussed about quantity contract. Okay, but in general I'll take through the process. So quantity contract, again, it's nothing but like an agreement between the two parties, that is company and customer, for supplying set of quantity of goods. Okay, and an agreement, it's both parties should have a benefit. So here what customer is getting the benefit, we know best price or a good discount. On what company is getting an assured sales of certain quantity. So the process runs like this. See, until now whatever you have seen how to create a sales order, it is VA01. The transaction code to create a sales order is VA01. But for quantity contract, first you need to create a contract. Then after you need to refer to the contract and create release orders. So what is the T code to create a contract? VA41, and the document type is QC. So this is called as release order. You see, any order we create with reference to contract is called as a release order. So first in the system you need to create a contract with what kind of material. You see, we go to VA41, enter quantity contract document type, enter your sales area, then customer's number, and what is the material, and contract has always validity periods. Okay, so their system will ask you what is the target quantity. Say 5,000, just mention and save it. So again, when you want to create an order, so you should remember the contract number, go to VA01, release order, refer to the contract, do the delivery invoice, standard. Okay, then next is value contract general. As you know, quantity contract means customer specifically saying you, I want to buy 5,000 quantity of X material. Value contract is here there is no specific of material. Customer is saying that I will buy you 1 lakh worth of goods. I will buy 1 lakh worth of goods. Okay, but can we allow customer to buy any product? We cannot, right? So what we do here, what we'll do is we create an assortment module. Okay, the transaction code to create an assortment module, it is WSV2. Just a minute, excuse me. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, so value contract is okay. Customer saying I want to buy 1 lakh, okay, you can buy it. But see, there might be some fast moving goods or the goods which in high demand. We cannot allow customer to buy all the quantity, right? So why in on that particular products you need not to give discounts or offers? Why? Because it's always good selling. So what products generally you offer some discounts or some offers? The products which you want to push into the market. So value contract, what you do is you create first an assortment module. In that assortment module, you list out all the products which is under offer. Okay, that means customer can buy this 10 lakhs worth only in the list what is specified here. Okay, if customer buys this material only, then only he will be getting that discount or offer. Okay, which is of the value contract. So it's an agreement between company and customer for supplying the goods for a particular value within a specific validity period. And value contract is not specific to one material. As I told you, it's a group of material. So how you create a group of material? It's a assortment module. With what the transaction code? WSV2 is a transaction code you create. First you create assortment module. With reference to that you create a value contract. Then again same, release order, delivery, invoice. The next is value contract, material specific. Earlier what we have seen, this is value contract general. Now this is value contract material specific. That means here customer is saying that I will buy 10 lakhs worth of goods, but only specific material, X material 10 lakhs worth. Okay. So in that case, you will be creating a value contract, a material specific. So, it's an agreement between the same company and customer for supplying so and so goods of a particular material and particular quantity over a period of time. Okay. So the process is same again. So after the quantity contract, the next is scheduling agreement. Scheduling agreement is a process which we don't have a order reference. We have already discussed a little bit earlier. That is, scheduling agreement is something like this. You create an agreement and you schedule. The name itself is telling that the dates are scheduled. Okay. Generally, why we create an order, then after why create delivery means we create an order to get the schedule lines, that is confirmed quantities and confirmed delivery dates. But in the coming to the schedule line, the delivery dates and confirmed quantity are already there. So you don't need an order to do this. That's the reason you create directly delivery with DS. So you can see it's a customer between, DS is the schedule and agreement document type and you create it with the VA31, delivery, invoice. There is no order. Very important scenario, that is in interviews if they ask you, can you tell me one scenario like where we do a delivery without order reference? So scheduling agreement is one scenario where you do a delivery without order reference. Okay. So the next is consignment process. Anyway, consignment process we'll be completely discussing when it comes to the what we call uh, business process. Okay, so we'll not touch it here. So we'll discuss this later, or sometime it will come again in the item categories. At that time, we'll try to discuss. So with this, we finish discussing about sales process. That means a general idea for you to understand what all the sales process we have and what are they. So now let's discuss the document type controls. In the sales document type, what are the controls, how it works? So this is the sales screen. So let me just go. Okay, now let me show you. Did we discuss about the document type structure? We haven't, I guess, right? Okay, any sales document, that means order. A sales document has a structure, header, item, schedule lines. This is the structure of suppose say you maintain something planned at header level. This is applicable to all the line items. That means you have one line item, 10 line items, it is applicable to all the line items. Suppose say if you maintain something at the item level, suppose the line item 10, that is applicable only to this line items, only to this particular one line item. Okay. If you maintain at the header level, then it applicable to all the line items. If you maintain something at the item level, it is applicable only to that particular item. And one line item, suppose say 10 sequence, serial number 10, X material, 100 quantity, customer is ordering for. One line item can have multiple schedule lines. So system performs availability check. In the availability check, system found that X material there is only 50 quantity available. So system first confirms saying that on 15th October I will deliver first 50. Then again system is giving one more schedule line which is saying that on 25th of October I will deliver another 50 quantity. That means what is this? This is confirmed date from confirmed quantity. This is nothing but schedule lines. That means one line item can have multiple schedule lines. Okay. So this is how a document is structured. Let me show you. Yeah, you see the structure of a sales document is divided into three: header, item, and schedule line. And header data is nothing but it's the data which is applicable to all the line items in the sales document. And what is the data? What is the source for a header data? That means from where this data comes. The data comes from customer master, control data, and some part of configuration what you do at the document level, header. Okay. So with this, the header is controlled. Okay. And very important, the table for the header data is VBAK. The next item, it's a data which is applicable to only to that particular line item, as I just told you. And the source of the header item data is material master. Okay. And the CMIR and some part of control data and configuration data. And the table for the schedule line is item data is very important, that is VBAP. Okay. The next schedule line, so as we already discussed, a schedule line is nothing but confirm the quantity plus confirm uh, delivery dates. And what is the source of the schedule lines? It's nothing but schedule line data. Okay. So configuration data, and schedule line data will be controlled by schedule line category, and the table is VBEP. Okay. So this is how a document is structured. So first let's discuss header level document types, or these all things. Okay. So the transaction code to configure to view the document types is VO VOV8. Okay. VOV8 is the transaction code. So let me run the transaction code VOV8. I'll go through the document by the time it opens. Okay. Yeah, this is the screen what you'll be having. I will share the screenshots with you. So take a screenshot of this. Okay, this will help you in what we call in telephonic interviews. In telephonic interviews, this will save you. Take a screenshot of this particular printout. Okay. So first field what we have is document type. Okay, I want for system for this. Anyway, we'll wait for this to open. Okay, just a minute. Okay, you see we have a lot of document types here. So let's go to the standard, which is OR, and select this OR and details. Click on the details button. See, never disturb the standards. So before you are going to do some changes or you want to create an order, copy it. Select this and this is the copy button. Click on this and have your own user defined document type, ZOR or something, but don't disturb the standards. Okay, so select this and go to the details. In the details you have the fields here. So first it shows document type. So this is OR. We have different credit memo, okay, CR. See, this itself will take some time for you to understand what is the document for credit memo, debit memo. Suppose a subsequent delivery free of charge, SDF, quantity contract, QC, okay, uh, rush order, RO, cash sales, CS. So this itself will take some time for you to understand and remember. Okay, so take some time and try to remember and understand these all things. Okay, the document types what are just we discussed. Then next is document category C. Sorry, document category is not C or something. It's document category. Okay, let me go to the standard OR. So see, I have created a one document in my material. You can see it will help you to it will save you tons of time. Why? Because I have already done that exercise and homework, so just make use of that, my efforts. It will save you tons of time and it will help you to understand everything. So I have put all the document types. I have put all the what we call, yeah, you see here in a single document I have mentioned everything: INQTORRO. So take a printout. Okay, so these are all the documents what we have, and these are the document types we have. And what is the document type control? Suppose say OR, document control is C. Written order, document control is H. You see, document category C for OR. If I go to RE, written H. If I go to credit memo CR, it is K, like this. So what this document category controls is, this document category controls what is this document all about. That means OR means order, right? I can write this OR as anything else. I can write OR as 1 2 or AZ or KM. I can write anything. This is only namesake. Okay, this is only namesake. But what's making this to behave as OR? That's nothing but this document C. This will control. This should be a sales document. If I go to inquiry, IN, it is A. Quotation QT, it is B. Suppose say for QT I assign C. What happens? Systems start thinking like this is nothing but order. Why? Because system don't give preference to this. This is only namesake. This is user defined. You can put anything. But system understanding is this. SD document category. This is how system understand what is this document is all about, and system controls this document basing upon this SD document category. Okay, so that's what the document category. One small tip: for all the returns, it will have H. You see, return order H, consignment returns H, consignment pickup H. Okay, for all the returns it will have H, and all the contracts it will have G. Okay, one you can, which you can, and free of charge, wherever you have pro forma invoice, these two are I. So okay, so this will help you tomorrow to configure and fix lot of customers issues in the real time. So have an idea of what is the control document type for the every sales process. Okay, so that's what the document category is all about. The next is indicator. Indicator applicable only for one sales process. OR, it's blank. SDF, it's blank. Credit memo, it's blank. Quantity contract, it's blank. Anything it's blank. It's applicable only for one process, that is called as invoice correction. What is the document type for invoice correction? RK. This is applicable for only RK and the field maintained is D. If you remember, we just discussed that there is a specialty in the RK, that is one single line item is copied as twice. One is positive, one is negative. So what it is controlling that for an RK to copy one single line item twice, that is nothing but this indicator. That's the reason only RK has this particular D. Only okay. That's what this indicator controls. Then next is number range. So as you know, in the customer master we looked into the number ranges. Likewise, we also have number ranges for the documents. Why? Because sales documents, every document has its own number range. The T code for maintaining number range is VN01. Okay, this touchpad was not working, so I could not write on the document. Just remember the transaction code for creating document type number ranges, it is VN01. Okay, and again here also we have internal and external document types, both we have. Okay, you can see this internal and external. And if you can notice, let me open something here and see. Okay, see, if you notice how you are writing about how you are creating materials in the sales document, we are creating it like this, right? That is 10. Yeah, see how we are writing the line items in the sales document. 10 X material, 100 quantity. 20 Y material, 200 quantity. 30 Z material, 200 quantity. So in what sequence we are writing? We are writing in a sequence which has a gap of 10 item 10 numbers, right? 10, that means then the next sales document, the item in a sales document is increasing. The increment is 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, like this. So where it is controlled, that's saying that your document number should be increased like this. That is from this one. So anyway, I'm in RK. So let me go to the standard OR. You see, item number increment should be happen 10. That means if first item is 10, second item should be 20, third item should be 30. Okay, and if any sub items are there, sub item means, like say certain times we have BOM. Its sub item is called as a configurable product or a BOM material. Okay, BOM means bill of material. Say let's take an example, computer. What is computer? There is no such product called as computer, right? Computer is nothing but it's a combination of a CPU, monitor, mouse and keyboard. These are the components which is making a computer. There is no physical computer. Computer is nothing but a virtual term, but these are the components which is making a computer. That means if I write a computer as 10, these are subcomponents of my main material. So this you will write it as 11, 12, 13, 14. That means subcomponents item increases by one digit. Where it's controlled? It's controlled by sub item increment. Okay, so main item should increment by 10. Why main item should be incremented by 10? Because if you have a product in between which is having a BOM material, you will be able to write like this. Suppose you are writing your main material itself like 1, 2, 3, 4. You cannot write your sub item like 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, right? So that's the reason main item it will take as increment 10, and sub item it will take an increment as 1. Okay, so we'll stop it here because there are other lot of controls here. So just go through the process what we discussed today, and tomorrow we'll not have a session, so we'll catch back on next day, Wednesday, and we'll try to finish off this complete sales document controls on Wednesday. Okay, so any questions for today, anyone? Max sub item increment number can be up to 11 to no, you can write anything, 100, 200, 1000. Your sub item starting from 1 It can go to million also, no problem. Yeah. Anything more? Okay. So yeah, what's that? Yeah, Karthik, go ahead. Yeah, what's that? Just, okay, MMBE, right? It's not MBE, it's MMBE. Just let me show you. Slash and MMBE stock overview. So whenever you post stock will be updated into different locations. Okay, different kinds of stocks. So special stock, orders on hand, stack. So I'll run my material plan. Just a minute. It will take a little time to open. Yeah, you see here, whenever you upload your stock, this material is a finished goods and it is stored as bottles in this plant and this storage location. Whenever you first upload your stock, it will go and sit under unrestricted stock. This is the stock what you sell to your customer. This is quality inspection. This is reserved stock. This is something. What is that? Okay, just a moment. Let me scroll down. Okay, this is receipt something. Okay, leave it that. Next is on orders hand, consignment stock, stock in transit. Okay, next is blocker stock. Okay, return stock. So like this, we have lot different kinds of stocks. So throughout the training process, we will see these all different stocks. Okay. So this is where you see the stock overview. You see stock overview basic list. Okay. What is the quantity of stock is there in that particular plan. Yeah. Arun, you are asking something. If you are creating new customer, we should assign it to one sales area. Okay. Yeah, then how to assign existing? Yeah, very good question, Arun. And this question is called as no session tomorrow, Madhuri. Tomorrow, obviously, big festival, right? So we'll have catchback on Wednesday. See, that question is called as general in the real time. Also, they ask this question. That is, how do you extend a customer to new sales area? Okay, that's what Arun, your question to put in a correct terminology. The question was how to extend a customer to new sales area. So how do you do that? That is same. Go to XD01 slash and XD01. Okay, so when you go to the XD01, you can see reference here. Give your old customer number, that means your customer number, company code, and your old sales area here, and give the new sales area here. So that system will take for this new area the reference from this particular already created sales area. So this is how you extend a customer from one sales area to other sales area. Okay, is that clear, Arun? You can try it. Okay, yeah. So let's call it a day today, and we'll catch back on Wednesday again. So by the time you have time, what's that? We have thousands of. Could not understand. They have to do it. No option. No option. They have to do it. Okay, and you have users to do it. That's what their job is all about. End users, their job is all about to create this, so they have to do it. Okay, so we will catch up on Wednesday. So good night everyone. Have a great festival tomorrow. Bye bye.